This is the Weekly Geek News Show, episode 21 for February 27th, 2015. I'm your host, Mike Lewis, here with Philip Lewis.
Here.
And Aaron Lewis.
Hi.
And we, well, I guess I am the Geek of Many Things and the master of none of them, and they're working on the mastering as well.
No, I'm not.
This is the show where we review the news from the past week in tech and pop culture, where we search the web for the best and latest in geek news and tech news and rumors, so you don't have to. Thank you for liking today's show, subscribing to the channel, and sharing it with your friends and family, and putting a nice little box and putting a bow on top for them. Follow the news on Tumblr at weeklygeeknewsshow.tumblr.com. And now let's move on to the headlines. First, starting out in movies and television. Peter Parker will be coming, as we announced earlier, to the Marvel Universe in Spider-Man movies and also in Marvel's Civil War. And he may not be a white Peter Parker that we're used to, but maybe black or Hispanic. According to The Wrap's Jeff Snyder, Spider-Man may not be Peter Parker, but a different character. And remember that Spider-Man has been taken on by different individuals and races in the past in comic books, such as Miles Morales, who is of black Hispanic descent.
A series of new Avengers team and individual posters were released this week. One of the team posters features lots and lots and lots of flying Ultron robots, as well as the original theatrical Avengers with Scarlet Witch, Quicksilver, and Nick Fury. Close inspections hints showing Black Widow's new costume and the Vision up in the sky. Another poster is a close-up of Iron Man in the middle of a battle. One more with a close-up of Hulk in the middle of a battle. Also, a new TV spot for the movie was released. There's not a lot of new footage, but it does have a new line from Black Widow. She says, "We have no place in this world." She doesn't say it just like that, though. Fans are going to wonder if this line will lead us into the Civil War.
Mm-hmm.
Moving on, Netflix Daredevil series may be tied to ABC's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. An image has been released from Marvel's Daredevil series. The image is a poster for a boxing match between Matt Murdock's father and Carl Crusher Krill, who was already introduced in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. We've seen how Marvel is tying everything into each other, and it makes us wonder if that means that the Netflix series is going to be closely tied to the other regular broadcast type series.
Mm-hmm. All right. Yes. Darth Vader will appear in an upcoming episode of Star Wars Rebels on Disney XD. He will be once again voiced by James Earl Jones.
Yes!
And the final episode of the season will be coming out this Monday.
DuckTales is getting a reboot. Sorry, I just had to do that. DuckTales is getting a reboot. The new series on Disney XD will be beginning in 2017. We get to go back every day because they're out there making DuckTales.
Ooh.
Woo. All the old characters will be back, including Scrooge McDuck, Huey, Dewey, Louie, Launchpad, and more. And I think we can all agree that 2017 is way too far away.
You
don't think it's way too far away? You can live without it?
Well, you know what the thing is? When I heard this, I thought, yay, oh no. Because every time that we bring something back from our past, it's always disappointing. Of course, when you go back and watch it, you're like, oh, this isn't nearly as cool as I remembered. Yeah. So as long as it's at least as cool as it actually was, then our children will remember it being as cool as it supposedly was in our minds.
My kids enjoy watching the old ones, so they're in front of that.
Yeah, ours do too.
So moving on, Chris Pratt says that taking over as Indiana Jones is not a something yet.
It quotes around something.
Yes, well what he said was, it's all nothing until it's something, and so far it's not something. It'd be cool. No one's called me. He also said that since it's a great franchise, that he has respect for it, and it would have to be perfect. The script would have to be perfect for him to do it. So that gives me more respect for him because it's it'd be an easy paycheck and a legacy thing for him, but he's really wanting to
make it something worthwhile.
Well, he's our age. He grew up with the franchise, and I think he loves it as well. Another person who has his eye on the script is Steven Spielberg, who wants to return to direct the Indiana Jones movie franchise with Chris Pratt. Deadline reported this week that Spielberg would direct the film, quote, assuming a script comes in to his satisfaction. Of course, after The Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, we question what Spielberg thinks is a good script.
Yes, seriously, so many questions. Suicide Squad! We have actually not reported on Suicide Squad previously on Weekly Geek because so much has been up in the air about the film. The Suicide Squad film is based on the DC comics of the same name. The story is about a secret government agency that recruits imprisoned supervillains to execute dangerous Black Ops missions in exchange for clemency. Most of these are suicide missions, hence the name Suicide Squad. The Suicide Squad has appeared in a variety of media, such as Justice League Unlimited, Batman Assault on Arkham, and Arrow, but this will be the first theatrical appearance. Lots of rumors about the included characters have circulated, with Deadshot, Captain Boomerang, and Vixen as the first possible co-leads, with other characters that are favored to appear at the beginning. Blockbuster, Jakuli, Mindboggler, and Multiplex were all rumored to appear in the film. Several characters and actors have been replaced throughout the development process, notably Joel Kinnaman replacing Tom Hardy as Rick Flag. David Ayer, famous for directing films like Street Kings and End of Watch, is directing and writing the film. Currently, Will Smith will star as Deadshot, Joel Kinnaman as Rick Flag, Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn, Jay Courtney as Captain Boomerang, Cara Delevingne as Enchantress, and Jared Leto as the Joker. Most recently, Friday Night Lights star Jay Hernandez is in negotiations to join the cast. His character has not been settled yet. The film, produced by WB, has a release date of August 5th, 2016.
And as I said earlier, we have not reported on this yet because so much has been up in the air, and it changes, it seems like, every day. People dropping out, people coming back in again. So I was like, oh, let's just not report it until things get a little more concrete. And as we're getting closer to the release date, they're going to have to produce it soon. So I think they are getting things set in stone now.
Cross your fingers. We hope that cast stays the same.
So returning to the subject and putting our childhood memories in danger, Disney is currently in the process of developing a standalone Star Wars film, including a Han Solo prequel story. Or films, including a Han Solo prequel story. The Kingsman star Taron Egerton is possibly going to be Lucasfilm's new Han Solo. A UK newspaper claims that Kingsman, the Secret Service star, is being considered for the role of young Han Solo. It's only a rumor for now, so who do you think should play Han Solo in his original story? And of course it's going to be Chris Pratt, because
Ryan Gosling.
He's no, it's got everything is Chris Pratt now.
Ryan Gosling.
Okay.
So Chewie would look like an Ewok if he's younger, right?
Yes.
I don't know.
No.
Nub. All right. The Wonder Woman film is finally going to begin shooting later this year. The Gal Gadot female-led superhero movie will begin shooting this fall and then will be released in theaters on June 23rd, 2017. Michelle McLaren will be directing the film, and she has directed episodes of Breaking Bad and Walking Dead. And we will see Wonder Woman first in the Batman vs. Superman movie coming March 25th, 2016.
More on our childhood news. Netflix is bringing back Inspector Gadget and Danger Mouse. I never watched Danger Mouse, but as soon as I hear the Inspector Gadget theme song, it gets stuck in my head for about 4 days. Oh, Mike, stop it! The new Gadget series follows the Inspector coming out of retirement with his now older crime-fighting niece, Penny. This series will be computer animated and will be coming to the U.S. Netflix soon.
I'd like to audition for the Dr. Claw voice.
No.
Gadget!
No, just please no. Especially not in the middle of the night. Why do you have to do that? The Danger Mouse series will premiere in the spring of 2016, so it's got a little bit later of a release date.
Well, it seems like... Oh, I'm sorry, did you want to say
Well,
that?
I was going to say, the Gadget series has already been introduced in the UK on Netflix, and now it's going to be coming to US. So, for some reason, they did it backwards.
They already cast Dr. Claw.
Oh.
Sorry,
So
dear.
it's been already created. Sorry.
Too late.
Yes.
I can be the stand-in if he's ever sick.
No.
Go ahead, Phil.
Okay. Well, it seems like a lot of our news today is throwback type news, bringing back our memories from when we were kids, including in gaming. We're hearing that ToeJam and Earl from the Sega Genesis in the 90s is one of the creators of the game wants to reboot the game in a new spin-off. The game will be called ToeJam and Earl Back in the Groove. You can help with the creation of the game by funding the project on Kickstarter.
And that is all for our movies and entertainment news. Now on to the tech news, the things we love to put in our pocket and on our wrists. Next week, starting Sunday, actually, in a couple days, Mobile World Conference will kick off in Barcelona, Spain. We'll feature new smartphones, smartwatches, tablets, and more. And before that time, of course, the week leading up to Sunday, there have been leaks, videos, pictures, and such of different products coming out. And the first one is the HTC One M9 phone from HTC. What a wonderful name. Featuring much higher 20 megapixel camera, Dolby surround sound from speakers, updated sensor for user interface, Android overlay, and also the phone will officially be announced on March 1st, so Sunday.
Samsung Galaxy's S6 phone we've had hint images of it. The T-Mobile images show a curved screen with a dark metal frame. The phone will also be announced at MWC on Sunday, March 1st.
Also, LG has released a product trailer for its upcoming round-face smartwatch. It's named the LG Watch Urban. Is that Urbane?
Urbane.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because it's fancy. Urbane.
Bane.
It's South Korean.
No,
Yeah.
not that Bane. Urbane.
No, not Bane.
LG Watch Urbane.
Do you like my watch?
No, I have a smartphone.
The watch will come in silver and gold linings.
Stop it.
Silver and gold linings, promising to add an essence of luxury, of urbane luxury to your life. One version will run Android Wear. Another version of the watch will not run Android Wear, but a version of the WebOS. It'll also be LTE enabled for data and phone calls, and also allow NFC payments.
In other smartwatch news, Pebble has announced a new color e-ink watch. 3 years after Pebble's smartwatch raised $10 million on Kickstarter to fund their first e-ink watch, remind me to come up with an idea for Kickstarter, Pebble is returning for their next generation called Pebble Time. The new features for this watch is a color e-ink display, microphone, and slimmer design. According to Gadget.com, you can snag one for $159 early bird price. Then the price will go up to $179 per watch. And if you miss the Kickstarter entirely, the full retail price of the Pebble Time will be $199 when it eventually hits store shelves.
So I've got a question for you guys. We saw Google Glass come out, and everyone, not that everybody wanted it, but everyone knew about it, but no one is buying it, and it's not really, coming to fruition. Watches, though, are a different story. They came out, and there wasn't nearly as much fanfare, in my opinion, but they've caught on. I've seen a lot of people with watches, and I'm wondering, what's your opinion? Why do you think one's swam, one sunk?
Because you look like an idiot with the glasses on. I'm sorry, and everyone who wears Google Glass.
I'm not talking about you and your glasses right now.
No.
I'll take them off.
The big overhead headsets, they're big. However sleekly designed they are, they're still bulky. They're a little bit weird. A watch is small, compact. It's easy to manage with, and it's not in your face when you're talking to someone, unless they like to hold their wrist in front of their forehead. Most people don't.
It's probably not as obvious when you're using it during meetings too. Look at your watch, you look like, oh, how long is this meeting going? But if you're watching YouTube when you're meeting and you got Google Glasses on, you're like, what is wrong with this Baz?
Watches are already a fashion statement to begin with. So if you can make a smartwatch that looks similar to a normal watch that has extra notifications, pedometer, etc., then I think people are going to want to wear that. And a good watch, you can get a Timex for $25, but if you want a really good watch, it reaches the hundreds and thousands of dollars. So if you can get a nice smartwatch that looks good, like the Urbane here for $200, $300, I think you can catch on. I have a I have a Samsung Gear Fit, and I love the notifications. When I'm driving, my phone's in my pocket, and may buzz, and I don't want to bring out my phone from my pocket to see who it is. I can look at my watch, and it will tell me, oh, I got a text message from my wife, or so-and-so is calling.
It's a lot easier than digging in either your purse or into your pants pockets, especially while you're driving, and it feels a lot less dangerous.
I love it.
Okay, moving on. This isn't any specific news. It is just cool news. Godzilla Hotel. Yes, all of you people that ever wanted to be in a giant monster movie, it is finally your chance to get this experience. The Godzilla Hotel will be opening in Tokyo, Japan, located above Toho Cinema. It features a large Godzilla head on the roof, themed rooms with Godzilla's eyes peering into the rooms or claws coming through the walls, and the grand opening will be on April 24th.
Also in destination news, concept art for the Avatar lands at Disney World has been released. The land will allow visitors to feel as if they have stepped into the world of Pandora, including getting shot with giant arrows, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Every fifth person gets shot with a giant arrow as they come through the gates.
If you're lucky.
And when you enter, you got to take your own clothes off and they'll paint you blue.
Yeah. Disney Imagineers are working with Avatar director James Cameron to bring his imagination to life. Cameron is helping with the plant and rock formations, and we hope to see good animatronics, because it's Disney, other creatures as well.
That you can fly on, hopefully.
Ooh.
In the last news of the day, a little bit more sad news. Leonard Nimoy has passed away this morning at the age of 83 in his Bel Air home. Died of the end stages of pulmonary disease. He will be missed, and we just want to say to all of you fans out there, live long and prosper.
I just found this out barely before we started recording.
She was looking at the show notes and she said, "What?" So
I knew he had been hospitalized, but I didn't know he was dead.
So, if you miss him a lot, then go watch The Ballad of Bilbo Baggins on YouTube, please.
Yes, it is a fitting artistic dedication to his memory.
He probably wants you to enjoy that as well.
I'm sure he does.
So, thank you for watching, liking, and commenting on the video today. You can find links for today's stories at the Weekly Geek News Show Tumblr page at weeklygeeknewsshow.tumblr.com. If you get some value out of the show, please share it with others, giving some value back to us so they can also watch it. You can have a voice in what we share in next week's show by sharing news in the comments below or send me an email at weeklygeeknewsshow@gmail.com. Thank you again for watching, and new show will be available next Friday, and have a great weekend.
Bye-bye, guys!